the contour set. It's a contour set in the sense you take an open interval 0, 1. The first idea is divide that into equally 3 parts. How to divide them? 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, right? So 0, 1 by 1 is 3 by 3, 1 by 3, 2 by 3. So we divide them equally into 3 parts. Now, what is the next thing? So first we were here, this is, let me say, E0, this is open interval 0, 1. Then what you do is, middle part is there, no? You remove this. Okay, you cut this from 1 by 2 to 2 by 3. Open interval 1 by 2 to 2 by 3, you remove it. So how does it will look like then? It will look like 0 to 1 by 3 union 2 by 3 to 3 by 3. This is, let me say, E1. Is it clear? Next, what else we need to do? You consider this 0 to 1 by 3. Then you have 2 by 3 to 3 by 3. Then what you do is, I can write this as 1 by 9, 2 by 9. 1 by 3 can be written as 3 by 9. Right? Again, this can be 2 by 3, that is 6 by 9. Then 7 by 9, 8 by 9. I am dividing equally into 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. Here also I am dividing the same business. What else I started with? Then what is the next duty? Then remove this. Also remove this. The middle part. Then what are you left with? 0 to 1 by 9 union 2 by 9 to 3 by 9. And here union 2 by 3 to 7 by 9 union 8 by 9 to 9 by 9. It is nothing but 1. You say this is E2. Is it clear? Getting the idea? Again, what else you need to do? You consider 0 to 1 by 9. You divide it into equal 3 parts. Then remove the middle one. Again, you consider this 2 by 9 to 3 by 9. You divide it into equal 3 parts. Then you remove the middle one. Here also you do the same thing. You remove the middle one. Here also you remove the middle one. Likewise, the process goes likewise. But however, in your set, if you are removing or don't bother about that. Just think about this, whether the set E0, E1, E2, if you visualize these 3 sets is enough to think about what will happen. See, first of all, what is the length of this interval? It is 1. Can I write it as 1 by 3 to the power 0? What is the length of this interval? It is 1 by 3. Can I write it as 1 by 3 to the power 1? The length of this interval is 1 by 9. I can write this as 1 by 3 square. Each interval I am writing, each partition or else each portion of this. I am not writing entire length. I am just considering a portion equally divided to that portion. It is 1 by 3 square. Here it is 1 by 3. Here it is 1. Right? That means for E3 it will be 1 by 3 cube. For E4 the length will be 1 by 3 to the power 4. Is it clear? For e to the power n, sorry, en, that will be 1 by 3 to the power n. The length of the interval which we are considering it as a portion. Then Cantor said, take intersection of all such things. The sequence you consider E1, E2, etc. You think about the sequence and take the intersection of all those things. Then that is called as Cantor set. CA. Now what? See, First thing is whether it is empty, because I am taking again and again I am shrinking the interval. First thing is whether it is empty or not empty. Question is the first observation. Observation 1 is regarding the is there any elements will be there, whether contour set P is empty or non-empty. See, P cannot be empty. Why? See, E0 you started with 1, then you cutted here 0 to 1 by 3. Where is 0? Again, whether it appeared in E1, E1 is 0 to 1 by 3. Whether 0 is appeared in E2, yes, exactly. Getting my point? Wherever you started to break this, that's there. Is it clear? Whether 1 by 3 is in this set. See, 1 by 3 is 3 by 9. 2 by 3 is here, yes, 2 by 3 is here. 3 by 3 is here, yes, 3 by 3 is here. Likewise, the end points are there, no, with what else you had cutted, that is, you divided, no, those points will be there. So here also 0 is here, 1 is here. It means every cut we make will appear in this set. Is it clear? That's why the set is not empty. First observation. Observation 2 is each EI is closed. Right? P is intersection of EI. I varies from 1 to infinity, and each EI is closed set. Being an arbitrary intersection of closed set, that is closed. So P is closed. So P is a non-empty closed set. Observation 2 says P is closed. Observation 1 says P is non-empty. So P is non-empty closed set. What is the observation 3? Observation 3 is it contains limit point, that is every point of P is a limit point. Then only we can say it's closed. That's a different story. But however, we can visualize this. However small you assume, if you are in the closed interval 0, 1, take any element in that closed interval 0, 1. Then you will be somewhere, you can arrive at an closed interval of length some 1 by 3 to the power k. As we go on by induction, somewhere you will be in 1 by 3 to the power k. So you can find some smallest epsilon such that that open ball will be contained in that set. That means every point is a limit point. That's what. If you know k, then you can choose k such that 1 by 3k is less than delta. That means the radius will dominate this 1 by 3 to the power k. Since that is the interval length, 1 by 3 to the power k is the interval length. You can always cover them by an open ball. However small you assume the interval, you can always dominate them by a positive number delta. In the sense, the set Ek intersection the neighborhood of the point C, what else you had considered, excluding the point C, it is not empty. Then every point, that is the point C, is a limit point. If C being arbitrary, every point is a limit point. If you can't visualize this, just you can say contour set is a closed set, so every point is a limit point. But the other important facts regarding this contour set is, contour set is closed, right? Whether it is bounded, because the interval lies between 0 to 1, it is bounded. If it is closed and bounded, you can say it is compact. So contour set is compact. Next observation is, contour set contains no interior points. See, this should be observed carefully. And it contains no isolated points, because every point is a limit point. Means if you are in the set R, two possibilities are there. Either it can be limit point or else it can be isolated point. If every point is falling into this basket, means obviously this basket is empty. That means it contains no isolated points, because in that contour set you have every point is a limit point. So every fellows will just follow this set. Every fellows will fall into this basket. So this basket is empty. It means it contains no isolated points. And one more thing is, contour set has special property. Contour set is uncountable. Contour set is uncountable, which measure of the contour set is 0. You can give, see, measure of an countable set is 0 always. If you have a countable set, measure of a countable set is always 0. We will study this in the last chapter, some basics of measure theory. Measure of an countable set is always 0. But if you can think about an example where measure of an uncountable set is 0, that is nothing but contour set. Measure of an contour set is 0, where contour set is uncountable. Is it clear? So it has some nice properties. Contour set is non-empty, contour set is compact, as well as it is perfect. Contour set is perfect. That means it contains all its limit points. Again, perfect in the sense P dash equals to P. It contains no isolated points, it contains no interior points. These things should be in mind. Clear? I have one question from the previous year paper. To end the session, I will end the session with this question. So which of the following is true for this set? A is the graph x comma y such that y square equals to 4x, union with the graph x square plus y square equals to 1. First try to understand. See, what is this A union? What is this A? A is containing some sets, some set union the other. First try to draw the graph of this. The first is parabola, y square equals to 4x. So the axis has x axis. This is y square equals to 4x. Then the other is x square plus y square equals to 1. That is a unit circle. This is now what is the situation? Just think about the options. A is compact. So it's a subset of R square, because x axis and y axis are involved. It's a graph. So input is there, output is there. So it's nothing but a subset of R square. A is a subset of R square. And by Henry-Borel theorem, we have a subset of Rn is compact if and only if it is closed and bounded. Rn is compact if and only if it is closed and bounded. That is called Henry-Borel theorem. And it works for any subset of Rn. So it's a subset of R square. Whether this is closed and bounded, we need to check. Closed means every point must be limit point. So you are the only, see, what else I had traced, that is the path, that's all. Don't include any interior or else nothing likewise. Don't show any mercy on that. See, only the path what else I traced. Is it clear? Are you getting my point? It doesn't include any interior something. X square plus y square equals to 1 means it's just a bangle of radius 1, that's all. You are not bothered about the halo, what else it is there. This is a parabola. You are just concentrating on that parabola. And the set is connected. See, whenever if you are here and if you are here, someone is here and a point is here. Can you join them? Exactly. See, you can come from here and you can come from to meet this fellow. If this is A and this is B, you can trace a path from here and you can get a cut to meet B, or else you can straight away you can go in this parabola only, then you can meet this, or else you can come this way and you can come this way. 3 ways are there to meet B. Here also you can come and you can, 4 ways are there. Is it clear? So likewise they are connected, any points. If you are in the same parabola, then you can meet. If you are in the circle, you can meet. If you are in the circle and the parabola, still you can meet. So that means A is connected. So here option B says A is not connected. So this option is not true. Whether A is compact. See, in order to show the compactness, it must be closed and bounded. Whether it is closed. Closed means whether every point is a limit point. You stand at this point and try to draw the neighborhood. It contains infinitely many points. You stand at here and try to draw the neighborhood, however small you want. It contains infinitely many points. Right? I will try to zoom this. See? The situation is this. Your parabola is going likewise. And if you are here, you exclude this point, and there are in between this point you can find a point here. See? If you can find one point, it is equivalent to finding infinitely many points. So every point is a limit point. Wherever you go, that is true. Don't stand here, sir. Here I am drawing the circle. Whether this is not the limit point. See, first try to understand the situation. I am not considering interior of the circle because he says x square plus y square equals to 1. If he says it is less than or equals to 1 also, no issues. Still every point will be included. The situation is different. Is it clear? Just it's like you do one thing, you take a bangle and just attach a thread to it likewise.